Hello YouTube, this is Thompson Airways 737 bringing you another update in the 1500 series. Like I said, a whole new update. We're sort of going back sort of in time, as you can probably see from the start of the video. A few airlines that are now no longer operating with us. Some of the actual liveries might still be visible, such as Air Berlin. On other aircraft, I'm not too sure if they've all been changed now. But we're going to go through the update sort of pretty much like we did last time, using a camcorder, panning in and out sort of thing to each model. Again, no sort of like destinations or anything like that, simply because I haven't thought about that. Just going to read out the model, the registration, and all that. And we'll, like I say, anything else I need to sort of talk about, I'll probably go through as well throughout the video. Starting off, like obviously when I first set this up, I thought this was like a great site, to be quite honest. The only time I've really seen sort of Air Berlin, Spanair together was probably going to, like, you know, going abroad to like Mallorca and that. That's the only real. We've had like Spanair operate at Doncaster Airport back in the day with like MDs and stuff like that. But generally speaking, the only memories I've got really are probably more or less over in Spain. So starting off, we have the first Air Berlin 737-800, registration Delta Alpha Bravo Kilo Oscar. And then next to that, we have Delta Alpha Bravo Mike Papa. I think you probably might be able to tell some sort of little bit of differences between the two. I think obviously one's an earlier version, one's a later version from Herpa. But both equally, you know, well addressed. Both good looking models and good to have in the collection, to be quite honest. And then, like I say, next up we have this Spanair A321 registration Echo Charlie Hotel Romeo Golf. Spanair again, you know, we've had operations in the past at Doncaster Airport. Probably, maybe, I'm guessing 2008 time. I'm guessing. Again, using MDs. I do miss this airline. I do have a couple of 1400 customs actually of Spanair, which I probably will feature, you know, in like sort of throwback updates once I get 1400 back underway. I'll keep you posted on that as well, because I'm not sure if the idea was to start that next month, and to be quite honest, I'm not quite sure if that's going to go ahead. But we will see. Next up, we have this Titan Airways BAE 146 or RJ if you prefer. Registration of this is Golf Zulu Alpha Papa November. Again, Titan Airways obviously recently changed its livery, and I prefer this one. I know the original one, it was like a blue outfit, so like supposed to be planet Earth, I'm not sure, another planet or moon. But obviously, obviously new livery is not like awful by all means, but I do prefer this livery, just with the black and like the, you know, the night sort of space sky with the moon titan and everything like that. Don't see them that often. To be quite honest, obviously around these parts, I don't think. I think they are sort of Stansted based, if I'm wrong. But it will be good to hopefully see in 1400 a Titan Airways 757. Maybe a bit of a hint to NG models there, because it would be great. It would be great to see one of them, or even a 767, by all means. Moving along on this far side, two models. Get the far one in focus at the minute. We've got this Air Europa A330 registration Echo Charlie Hotel Oscar Alpha. This is just pulling on stand, just behind the Air France A340. I just want to point out as well, there were, before this come in the photo updates I would have posted on like my Instagram page and Facebook and that, there would have been other models sort of taxiing down that taxiway. But obviously now the Air Europa's came in, I thought it'd be a little bit sort of weird to feature the other models as well, which I will recognise both of them at the end of the video. And then in the foreground, again, as I just mentioned, we've got the Air France A340-300. Registration is Foxtrot Golf Lima Zulu Tango. Just want to correct myself there. The Air Europa registration is actually Echo Charlie Juliet Zulu Lima, and I've just missed that model as well. So I'll just go to that now, which is this one, taxiing past. To be honest, I was never familiar with this airline, if I'm totally honest. Again, obviously, probably because it operated between the Balearic Islands, maybe mainland Spain as well. It's actually known as like Spanair Link. I don't want to pronounce the full name of the airline because I'm not totally sure. This is a 717, and this registration is the Echo Charlie Hotel Oscar Alpha. So a bit of confusion there with the registrations, but hopefully, you know, I've corrected myself and you fully understand. So yeah, that's taxiing past. Again, like I said, I wouldn't have any idea about this airline if I didn't have this model, to be quite honest. Never heard about it. I've had this model for quite some time now, but without it I would never have known. Just go back to the Air France A340. As you can see, pretty much in full service with this aircraft. Catering are active, and obviously loading, processing underway and everything like that. Then moving down this way, you can just see poking out the hangar, we have this Germanwings A319 in for a little bit of a service in this hangar. It doesn't like, I know it doesn't look like a full-on hangar, you know, but just a little bit of a service, a bit of TLC really. That's the idea anyway. Registration Delta Alpha Golf Whiskey Quebec. I think I'm actually doing pretty well with the phonetics, to be quite honest, so far. And then moving on the cargo ramp, which is again one of the main features on my airports. Cargo, I think because Doncaster Airport has a lot of cargo movements. I mean, I say a lot. We have like weekly movements now with Astral and what's the other one? Well, we used to have Magma at one point, but I think it's mostly Astral now. If you don't know who they are, just search Astral 747. I'm sure it'll come up. So I think that's why I feature cargo a lot on my airports. In case you're wondering, because it's a big thing. For my local airport. Registration of this Airbridge Cargo 747-400 is Victor Papa Bravo India Mike. I actually love this livery as well. Obviously we've had visitors from Airbridge Cargo itself and also Cargo Logic Air with their 747-400 and their 748s. Obviously part of the Volga Dnepr group, if you didn't know, and you can probably see a little bit of a similarity there with the liveries. Obviously the blue, pretty much similar. And overall just a great livery. I think the tail sort of scheme goes pretty well and everything like that. And if somebody said to me if I had to choose between cargo and passenger aircraft, I'd probably lean towards more cargo. There's something about the cargo aspect that I find fascinating. again, I'm not sure what it is. Maybe it's because, like I say, we have the bigger stuff in cargo at Doncaster Airport, and then obviously, you know, passenger stuff, it's quite regular stuff. So obviously we have TUI, we have Wizz, we have Flybe, and that's pretty much it really. The odd summer schedule, which may vary per summer. We do now have the Dreamliner coming in on Saturdays and Sundays, operated by TUI to Orlando, which is fantastic, and then next year we're going to have Mexico as well, which is again is fantastic. So that's yeah, I think that's why I prefer cargo, to be quite honest. Just want to point out the aircraft that wasn't featured. It was actually a Germania A319 registration Delta Alpha Sierra Tango Charlie. And another small model that was featured was one of the little Herpa sort of bizjets that you get in one of the accessory packs. So that's the only thing that's sort of, they're the only two models that's sort of missing. But because the Air Europa came in, I thought, well, it's going to be a bit odd, because in the pictures it didn't come in before they went out. So I thought I'll sort of dismiss them, just feature the Air Europa, and then we'll know where we are. 1/400 scale, again, I just want to touch up on that. Ideally, I was looking to start doing it sort of the second week into July. Whether that's going to go ahead or not, I don't know. It might be a later date than that, which obviously gives me more time to do a couple more updates, potentially on the 1/500 scale, which I've got a lot more to show. I know you guys watching this video on YouTube, you haven't seen the other updates I've done in photos, and I kind of feel like doing them again might be a little bit like I don't really want to do that sort of thing. I might mix them up, so I might feature a model that I've featured before and mix it up with another sort of update. Maybe do it that way. But again, I've still got a lot of stuff. Certainly cargo wise, I've got a bit of a cargo lineup coming up next in the next update, so stay tuned for that. I think you should like that one, because like I say, it's going to be not just going to be one on the ramp, it's going to be a full lineup. So hopefully, yeah, you all enjoy the sight of that. By all means, any questions about anything really, you know, anything to do with model aircraft collecting, anything like that, feel free to comment. One thing that's just sprung to mind as well is I am still into flight simming. I did upload like a short video. That was strictly because I wasn't sure about something in my sim to do with ActiveSky. So that's the only reason I uploaded that, because I had to show the person I was emailing the video to see if it was like correct or if it was like a bug or anything. It turns out it was actually okay. So gonna be fine with that. But next year, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, I mean, that just looks incredible. I don't want to go on too much about that, but by all means, if any of you guys are interested in that, I'll be more than happy to respond in the comment section if you want to touch up on that, or generally any other sort of simming sort of talk, or again anything else. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and by all means like the video. Just shows that bit more appreciation, and obviously comment by all means as well. So say thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.